Ciao ragazzi, thank you if you are joining me here for what is the final video before Christmas. Won't be the final video of the year, but definitely the final match preview because it is Inter's last game of the calendar year. So whenever you are watching this video, make sure to let me know if you did come by the video. It's going to be short and sweet, so it won't really be much of a live, unfortunately, unless we get a fair bit of a crowd. But to be honest, I just wanted to get this little bit of a chat out early because we do have a game. We do have a game tomorrow for me in the morning against Torino, and it's a real big chance for Inter to really stamp their authority on this league and make sure that they go into the Christmas break bare minimum 4 points up, and that would be really good. 4 points up would be absolutely incredible to go into the winter break with. So there'll be absolutely no cause for complaints. The obstacle is Torino, a bogey side pre-Antonio Conte. We've made light work of them in the more recent seasons, but this is a sort of fixture. This is a banana skin fixture, should I say. I still have nightmares of that 2-2 under Spalletti, where it was the second game of the season, and I thought we were going to get our first win, but we'll see what happens, man. So we'll just talk a little bit about the opponent. We'll talk a little bit about what we think about, and we'll do our fantasy team as well. There's a few people that have arrived early. It's nice to see 7 or 8 people click the video straight away. That's very nice at what I'm sure is a very awkward time everywhere else in the world because it's a really convenient time for me. Costas is back. Elare, what's up? Hope you're good. My man, Costas coming in again. Posse say, Kala Cristoyena, my friend. Hopefully you and your family are enjoying this time of year. Jonathan says 3-1. Nice and confident as always. I reckon that's the prediction I'm probably going to go with as well. Calvin's here. Forza Inter worldwide. Good to see you again, Calvin. Always dropping by. What's going on, Musti? Good to hear from you. And Costas again. It will be an easy W, and Inzaghi will have a look at Bremer, so it's a win-win situation. Yeah, man, that's why I included him in the thumb. That's why I wanted him there. You know what I'm talking about? Happy holidays, Interisti. Thank you very much, Rami, for tuning in as well. I've also got a little bit of something I want to talk about at the end of the video when I've still got a maximum amount of live viewers, so that can be a little bit there, and I'll keep mentioning it in some videos as well. But to start off with, a little bit of pre-chat and a little bit of pre-stats for the game as well. There have been 154 games between Inter and Torino in Serie A. We've won 69, Torino have won 36, and we've had 49 draws that have played out altogether. Only Juve have won more games against Torino than we have, to be honest, which is a nice little stat. We've won our last 4 games against Torino. Once again, we made light work of them under Antonio Conte. It was a fixture that really played into our hands well, and yeah, there was no dramas there. Still remember beating them in the rain. I think it was Lautaro. I've got a vivid memory of him in that beautiful aqua jersey, just having an absolute stormer of a game. And yeah, good stuff. Let's hope he has another one again. We've won. Our home form is very, very good. We've won our last 2 Serie A games at home against Torino, and we're at the Miazza this time as well. We've won 18 league games already in 2021, and in our last 5 we have a goal difference of 16-0. Our form is fantastic, guys. I don't need to talk about our form again, but Torino, on the other hand, under Ivan Juric, having a much better season than they did last year. Obviously, he's got them playing well, up in 10th position in Serie A as well, which is as high as I can remember them being in the last few years as well. They definitely weren't higher than that under Mazzarri. Definitely not. But let's have a look at the Serie A table and just see their exact form. If I'm not mistaken, they've got 3 wins in their last 5 off the top of my head. Two in their last 5, but 2 draws as well. So a decent 8 points in their last 5 for Torino. And when you have a look at their last results, they got over Juric's former side, Verona, in the last game there. Lost in the Coppa Italia, but, would have much preferred to back it up in Serie A anyway. You expect them to get more points in this period here, but Empoli are doing very well this season. Cagliari, not so well. They should have won that one. But to get a win against Bologna, not too bad either. And then win against Udinese in November. That's as far back as I'll go form-wise, because in terms of us getting the job done, it actually shouldn't be a problem. So if Costas has got another comment, if I'm not mistaken, Torino along with Sassuolo were troubling teams in the past, but this Torino, apart from their defensive solidity, doesn't produce. That's exactly right. They do not produce much up front. So I really think that we'll have their number. It's one of those games that's, as I said, is meant to be a banana skin, but I don't fancy it is. I really don't fancy it to be a slipping one at all. Game's at 4:30 tomorrow. Lucky I checked. I thought it was at 6:45, so I probably would have set my alarm and then or maybe just woken up and slept through it. 4:30 in the morning. Geez, I hope that doesn't ruin my day, but I guess we'll just have to see. In terms of personnel for Torino, I haven't actually gone and looked for their lineup just yet. So if you guys actually just bear with me for this last match preview of the season, then we will have a look and just see if we can get a more accurate probability formazione. Yeah, so obviously Bremer and Belotti will be the ones to watch, but obviously watch out for Pobega as well. He scored the goal against Verona. You know, he could probably do a better job at Milan, as my friend Anthony, the Milan fan, would say, than Kessier is at the moment. But, you know, I guess we'll just have to see what happens further on in his Serie A career. But at the moment, he's definitely one to watch for the match against Inter. In terms of the rest of their players, you know, watch out for Sanabria. Prayet will probably be around there as well. And yeah, they're just a decent side. They're a decent side. Even Ansaldi has found some really good form this year. Izor will probably get the nod. I don't know. It's hard for me to look at this game, and I'm really trying. I'm trying to find. If you're wondering why I'm not talking, I'm trying to find ways that they're going to beat this side, because I'm thinking who's going to line up for us, and we should knock them. We really, really should knock them, to be honest. We don't have the injury list that some of the other squads have. If Idan Dzeko's fit for this game, he should start. He'll bag a brace. Like, he should be starting and bagging a brace in this game. This should be a this is the game that you really go on the front foot early. You go on the front foot as early as humanly possible, and you kill this game off the same way we did against basically all the other sides. There's no reason why we can't. It's going to be tougher than your Venezias, your Spezias, everything and the above. But I really, really think that we will be able to take it to them. I really do. I don't really see where they're going to be able to get past us. So our only injuries will come from Correa and Damian, although Damian, I think, is fit and training again. It just so happens we probably won't risk him in the last game before Christmas. We'll probably be looking at playing Dumfries, who has been exceptionally reliable against these mid-table to lower table sides, which is really what you want. I don't see where the threats are going to really come. So as soon as this loads up, which I finally found it, I think they might have just posted it recently, but we do have a predicted lineup, which is very good and pretty much mostly of what we thought is going to be coming around. No Belotti up front in the predicted lineup, though. I wonder if he's still actually carrying an injury. So what I'll do is I'll get the lineup here now, and I'll start taking some of these comments as well. Thanks to the 12 people that have joined into Worldwide today. Nice little chat with some friends. Here we go. Probability formazione. Milinkovic-Savic in goal. Gigi, Bremer, Ricardo Rodriguez. I would have thought they would start Izzo if he's available, but then again, I'm not too sure. Pobega and Lukic in the middle with Singo and Vovoda on the sides. Recalo as well. And Piaka as the second striker, center forward to Sanabria. Like, they've still got players that if you're going to give them the ball, don't give them space to shoot. Don't give them a one-on-one chance. Just don't be stupid. Don't be stupid in this game the same way we weren't stupid against Spezia, against Venezia, against Cagliari. And this should be 3 more points. This should be 3 more points. We've got some comments here. Rami, good to see you here, my friend. I'm expecting a win, but it might not be an easy one, as Torino had 2 wins and 2 draws in their last 4 games. Yep, 100%. Calvin says 3-0 to Inter, maybe 3-1 if the defense has a lapse in concentration, which leads me to, you know, pretty much our predicted lineup. This is the last game before Christmas. You start your strongest side. I forgot that I brought a beer to this video. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. This will be the last video before Christmas. So when you're watching this, a big Merry Christmas from myself and everybody at Inter Worldwide. All right. Costa says, well, the only troubling factor for Inter will be the on the counter because Inter will possess the ball high. Yeah, we will. That'll be the case. I expect Brozovic to just drop deep and anchor in front of the defense like he has been brilliantly all season. Dumfries will have a good day with Ricardo Rodriguez. Facts, man. I'd love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that. I didn't think that one through yet. Let's have a look at our lineup instead and see where we're going to win and by how much. I know I'm being out of characterly arrogant, but the only thing is that, Barella, I'm pretty sure, is the only one that's out for us as well. Not suspended, just I think he's going to get some rest. He's on his last... No. He does miss this game, doesn't he? Because his yellow card accumulation ticked over in the last one. If anyone knows that off the top of their head, can someone let me know that? Otherwise, I'll check it. But I think that yellow card, I think I've heard a couple of people say he might have done it on purpose. So Handanovic, Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni, thanks to the 14 people that are joining us. It's a nice little community. Brozovic, Vidal, Hakan, Dumfries, Perisic, Martinez, Dzeko. If we line up like this, we got to win this game. We got to win this game. I don't think we're going to lose this game. We can't lose it. We might be one of those games where we can't take our chances and we have to walk out with a draw. I will be very surprised if we don't win this game. Thanks to Kostas, Musti, and my friend who I can't pronounce your name, bro. Barella is suspended due to a yellow card accumulation. Thanks for that. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think of the predicted lineup. Let me know who you think is going to have a really good game. Against this three-man backline for Torino, I can see Dumfries having a good game against Rodriguez. Torino's going to sit deep, so our wing-backs in Perisic and Dumfries are going to either be carrying the ball or running through on goal. Dumfries being the one that's running through, trying to collect the ball. Hakan is on his fourth yellow. Okay, so one more yellow for Hakan, and he's out for a while. Grazie to Musti for saying that. The next game is away to Bologna. Let's see if he's okay with taking that yellow, because it's probably a decent one to get. You don't want him missing Lazio or Atalanta, do you? So maybe you can expect Hakan to get a yellow in this game. Look out for that. That could be happening. But in terms of that, we've still got your Sensis on the bench. We've got our... that's a good idea. Alexis Sanchez, obviously, on the bench playing very, very well. I think Joaquin Correa is at about 70-75% fitness, but I don't think he'll take the bench again this season. Gagliardini probably get some minutes. D'Ambrosio will be looking to get some minutes as well. I'm okay with them getting the minutes that they need, that is necessary. Vecino might come on for a little bit. Let me know if I'm forgetting anybody. I don't think I am, though. We need Hakan to get a yellow before the big matches in January. Facts. Thanks for agreeing, my friends. Thanks to the 13 people that are watching Inter Worldwide today. Practically, it's our best 11. I'm expecting our wing-backs to have a key role in this game. I think so. Let me know who you would like to see have a good game, not who you would like. Looking at that starting lineup, I'm all about momentum and carrying the momentum and who needs the momentum most. For me personally, we need our goal scorers to keep scoring goals, to keep the confidence going high against Lazio and Atalanta. I'd love to see Dzeko get on the score sheet. I would love to see Dumfries get another goal. I would love to see Hakan get another goal as well. The rest of them can get their 8 out of 10 performances without needing to get on the score sheet. If one of the back three get on the score sheet, they elevate their game by 2 points just by getting on the score sheet. But Brozovic, we know that we don't expect him to score, but he can always be the man of the match, even when he's not the man of the match, if that makes sense. Perisic, we know from him what he's done at the club and what he can do. For me personally, Hakan, Dumfries, Dzeko, and Lautaro, if any of those four can have a really good game and get on the score sheets, very, very happy. Very, very happy. Musti brother says, I want to see Sensi get more minutes. Fantastic. Lautaro will be the MVP for this match. Costas says, yeah, I probably agree that I want to see Lautaro have a really, really good game. Robbie's back. What's going on, bro? Would love for Dumfries to have a brilliant game to keep his confidence going into the new year with our tough run of games coming up. Facts. That's exactly what you want to see. Exactly what you want to see. Let's talk a little bit of news as well. While there's double figures here, I don't mind keeping the match preview going a little bit longer. I'm just going to get out of this tab here. Torino have no players that are unavailable. Martinez is also one booking away from suspension. I didn't realize that. I don't know if anybody in the chat realized that, but Lautaro is also one booking away from suspension. I think Hakan or Lautaro will get a yellow in this game. Even both of them could get a yellow in this game. That's interesting. But or maybe they don't. Maybe they just back themselves to stay disciplined. Like, go figure. Maybe they can not make the critical fouls that they don't need to make. All right. Obviously, we've got some finance stuff in the news of us being investigated for some dodgy plus Valenza and some dodgy capital gains stuff that I think about 8 or 9 clubs are being investigated for. Like I already said on this channel, I don't think Juve are getting in trouble for that. I don't think anyone's getting in trouble for that. I think these are just headlines, so we'll see what happens there. I'm already reading that no one's actually being investigated. So there's a couple of our deals that maybe look a little bit dodgy. I think the Pinamonti one is one of them. But at the end of the day, he's actually fine for Empoli at the moment. So the inflated costs are still subjective to us running the club as a private business anyway. So I really don't think that there's too much to this. But stay tuned, because as you know, we'll always report objectively if something detrimental is happening at the club. There's 17 people here now, which is really, really nice. We really appreciate it. What's good, Ashwin? It's good to see you, bro. I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Been doing a lot of work outdoors from early in the morning. That's why it's Christmas. I don't mind having a beer a little bit earlier around lunchtime. How you doing, my man? And where are you coming in from, Ashwin? Musti says January 25th. We should know if Barella will miss both Champions League games. Do you think Correa will be back by our next match after Christmas? I'm going to check that right now, man, because honestly, maybe I'm just wrong on the Correa news, but I thought he was okay. Correa match fitness center. Okay, so we've got returning to 100% fitness by mid. Yeah, but let's go with Correa news. That was a stupid article, man. Stupid filter as well. Okay, so we're not going to... Inzaghi said Inzaghi's not going to play him till after the break. So don't expect Correa to even be on the bench in this game. I think that's it for him until after the break, and that's fine. That's fine, to be honest. The hip flexor strain in his left leg, it didn't look like it didn't look like a full serious injury, but then again, it didn't look like a harmless one. It did look like he still pulled one. Musti finally fact-checked that for me as well. He's back in training, which is good. So he's probably around about the same status as Damian. You don't risk them with one game left in the calendar year unless it's absolutely necessary. You've got D'Ambrosio in that position for Dumfries if you need him off the bench. And you've also got... who are we talking about? I forget who we were even talking about then. But yeah, you don't need to risk them. Oh yeah, Correa. Yeah, Alexis Sanchez will be there on the bench and Satriano as well if needed. So we're not going to risk Correa just before Christmas when you can get him rehabilitated and Damian rehabilitated at the exact point and time that you want. Other than that, there's not too much news to report on. We might be interested in Fratesi. Whilst Sassuolo's in form, the names like Scamacca, Fratesi, and Raspadori are always going to be circulated. Obviously, we're not going to get all three. So all three rumors can't make sense. So pick and choose what you want to believe based on your bias or based on whatever you want to believe. I personally don't think we're going to get Scamacca, even though he would be my choice. He reminds me a little bit of he's just a little bit bad off the pitch as well in terms of like his dad and his grandfather. If you don't know, look it up. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but a lot of ties to some bad people in Calabria. Reminds me a little bit of Vincenzo Iaquinta and his story. Just a little bit, not as many parallels there, but all still involved, I guess, a little bit. Costas says the team released a statement about the investigation. Apparently, it's a basic research with no particular charges. Imagine to get penalized for Pinamonti's transfer. Madness. 100%. The gap between what we've paid for Pinamonti and sold him is only about 2 million as well. There's not that much. So being investigated for that is nothing. Sell somebody and let somebody go in January. I don't think we're going to sell in January unless it's Vecino, to be honest. There's no way Sanchez is getting sold in January now. Limoni Inzaghi wants to go for the title. He wants to go for the Scudetto. He'd be silly to sell Sanchez now. We just tell him to stay and we'll let him go in June if he really, really wants to go. Thanks to the 20 people that are joining us. We got to that 2-0 today, which is nice. Thoughts on Bremer being the potential to replacement for De Vrij next summer? I'm more than happy with that. Bremer's been on a lot of fans' radars for a while now, and I just think he is a good option. You always want to source these centre-backs from Serie A. Preferably you want to source players from Serie A in general, not overseas, but especially when it comes down to the defensive department. If you can source your defenders from Serie A, oh man, the adjustment period that you save, the potential points that you save, they're point droppers. Defenders are point droppers when they come to Serie A. You can look at the projected best defender in the league, Matthias de Ligt. For some reason, most people that I watch are still calling him the best defender in the league. But when he came to Juve, he was a disaster zone. That's what happens when you come from Ajax and you spend 75% of the game, anchoring basically as a DM past halfway. You come up to Serie A, one of the most defensive leagues in the world, and your first 6 months is ridiculed with penalties, fouls, and handballs. It is what it is, and he is a world-class defender, don't get me wrong, but that's just an example off the top of my lips that I can talk about an adjustment period. So, Bremer's been at Torino since I think, 2018? I'm pretty sure 2018. And ever since then, he has played a lot for them. He's played a lot. He's played at least 50, 60 games. I reckon he's played more, probably 70. Someone can look that up for me. Let me know how many starts or games that Bremer has for Torino, because I'm going to bank on it being at least 65 games. He's played a lot for Torino after coming in from, I don't know, some Brazilian club. He played for Sao Paulo at some point, but I don't know if it was them. But anyway, I think that he is the right choice because he's played under a lot of managers in Serie A, which means he's got some tactical flexibility about him as well. He's played in a back four. He's played in a back three. He's decent in a back three, and we played with a back three. So it's not exactly rocket science that he would be on the radar. Now, he's supposed to be out of contract, which makes this even sweeter. This is a Marotta masterclass sort of deal that you want to see happen. I'm not too sure I want it to come at the expense of De Vrij. If we let De Vrij, how many years is left on De Vrij's contract again? He's out of contract in a year. So we're going to have to renew him soon if we're going to sell him. If we plan to sell him, he's got to sign a renewal because he might be the player that we let go for free. A lot of clubs have got a little bit of a trend at the moment where they're letting some players go for free. Hakan, Donnarumma. I actually have a feeling that Dybala is going to run down his contract at Juve and leave for free. Our one might be De Vrij, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not too not. The thing is, we could probably get about 40 million for him still, 30, 40 for an English club. Internally, it would be about 25, I reckon, 30 if he's got a year left on his contract. He's 31 years old. Bremer has 82 league appearances for Torino. There you go, bro. I was off and I was being optimistic saying it was about 70. Good. Even better. This guy is a seasoned Serie A defender, bro. He's a seasoned Serie A defender. I'll get to you in a sec, Akil. I just wanted to look something else up because we're rolling with some good facts here and I don't want to get anything wrong. De Vrij contract. I'm 90% sure it's only 12 months. His current $3 year deal expires in June 2023. We've still got 18 months. Said we'll be offered a new $4 million contract until 2025 if we are looking to renew. So that's fine. If we need to bump him up by 1.5 million and renew him, that's fine because then we can bank on him because he is 29 years old. He's still got a good maybe 3 or 4 years at top level. So, Conte would love him. Most of Inter's reports are saying that we'll look to either get Ginter or Bremer. See, these two players, in my opinion, are downgrades from De Vrij, though. So, and it's not like he's not going to be the sort of defender that drops form until he gets to 32, 33, 34 years old. He'll play at top level for a while. De Vrij could go to the Premier League and excel there. If they're going to offer us 30-ish, 40-ish, not in January, obviously, but at the end of the season, someone in England, then take it. You take that because for that 30, 40, man, you can keep this team rocking at the top for a while. And that's hard. To get that sort of money up front now in Serie A, that's hard. So I can see why we'd be looking to cash in. A couple of other comments coming in here that I need to get to. Akil says, how are we feeling for tomorrow? Another smash and grab. I think it'll be more of a grinder, but it's all about the first 30 to 40 minutes. I reckon if we go into this game on the front foot, we can pump them nice and early. It might be, I really think it's going to go exactly how the other games went in the first half, in a sense that we dominate and go to the break 1 goal up, thinking, it should have been more, a little bit nervy. Then what happens in the second half? Different story. Torino have the ability to pull a goal or 2 back, not 2, a goal back. I don't think we can see 2. I think 2 or 3 goals is 2 goals is enough to beat this team, in my opinion. So I think we're going to get 3. I've been a lot more optimistic lately, and for good reason. We're playing good football. We're playing really, really good football. Guys, that's pretty much where I'm going to conclude the match preview, but I am going to do my fantasy team here first. So link is in the description with the number as well. If you don't know, Yin, you got to know. Let's go over to Serie A Fantasy, where we have a league competing under Inter Worldwide. We've got 64 players now, and I dropped another ranking over the weekend. This is just not good. It's not good. Still sitting in the European elite zones, but still, it wasn't a great week last week. Do I have any transfers available? Nah. So we're going to have to stick with Bud. Tough games this week for Candreva to get points. Barella's suspended, and I don't have a substitute for him, so I lose out there. Bremer, if he has a good game against us, or either way, I'm bound to get hurt. This is bound to be a painful week for Anthony in Serie A Fantasy. Boo earns. Big Boo earns. Quadrado got 5 points for Juve. That's not enough. Zapata, 2 for Atalanta, who had a stinker against Genoa today. An absolute stinker. Shevchenko got some first points, which is really, really good. Good for him. What else have we got? Mo says new blood is needed in the club. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Of course, but Inter is looking for some serious capital gains, then De Vrij makes sense. Yeah, true. Guys, I was going to do another announcement at the end, but I'll wait for the next video to do that. It'll be it'll be a little bit more of an appropriate time. Torino tomorrow, 3-1. Dzeko, 2 goals. Dumfries, 1 goal, and everybody leaves extremely happy. My name is Anthony. This is Inter Worldwide. Forza Inter. Ciao ragazzi.